Hey everyone, I'm Billy and welcome back to Half the Picture. Today, I'm kicking off the first in what we're planning will be a regular series of film reviews here on the podcast. These will be a mix of contemporary films and older classics that I absolutely love. And rather than easing ourselves in with something safe or middle of the road, we thought, why not just dive straight in at the deep end? So today, we're talking about a film that was not only controversial on release, but was cut to ribbons by American censors and outright banned here in the UK, but has since come to be seen as one of the great art house horror films of all time. And honestly, in my opinion, it's a strong contender for the best divorce movie ever made. Andrzej Żuławski's Possession. The story of a couple's disintegrating marriage played out against the bleak backdrop of Berlin at the height of the Cold War, Possession is a movie that has inspired many imitators, but for me, nothing has really matched it. What makes it such an overwhelming experience is that it operates at this constant level of emotional hysteria. The kind of screaming, soul-ripping intensity that most movies about divorce save for the big argument scene at the end, Possession is basically doing that from the opening scenes. You know that devastating argument in Marriage Story with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson just absolutely going for it hell for leather? I mean, compared to Possession, that's practically polite. In the first 10 minutes of this film, after a conversation about childcare, Sam Neill tries to assault his wife, played by Isabella Gianni, in a Berlin cafe before being taken down by about 5 kitchen staff with around 1,000 chairs just flying everywhere. And that's just the opening 10 minutes. Neill and Ajani are both on another planet here. Genuinely incredible, unhinged, completely convincing as these two people being emotionally obliterated by a breakup. Ajani deservedly won Best Actress at Cannes for this film, and Sam Neill has since said it's his own favourite film he's ever made. And that's including stuff like Jurassic Park, Hunt for the Wilderpeople, The Piano, In the Mouth of Madness. I mean, great movies. The film's most famous scene really sums up the level that Possession is operating on emotionally. Ajani's character, Anna, walks through a deserted autobahn tunnel, having this screeching, apocalyptic miscarriage that feels like a breakdown, a possession, and a complete psychic collapse all at once. It's disturbing, physical, emotional, and once you've seen it, you never forget it. There's a reason why it's the most oft-quoted scene in the film by both fans and filmmakers. Żuławski's direction perfectly matches that energy. The camera is constantly moving, careening around the actors in these long tracking shots and extended takes, letting scenes build and build until they explode, either into screaming cacophony or into these sudden, terrifying moments of just stillness where everything stops dead. The wide-angle lenses exaggerate everything, faces, emotions, and especially these vast, empty streets of Berlin that these characters stagger and argue and drive and run down. And because this is an English language film written by a Polish filmmaker, the dialogue has this strange, sort of jagged poetry to it. People rarely talk naturally, and when they do, it just feels weird. Neill and Ajani talk in these elliptical, cerebral bursts, whether they're arguing about their marriage or discussing the thing living in Anna's bed. Which brings me to the thing that I have to mention about Possession. And by the way, there's some spoilers here, although to be honest, if you've heard anything about Possession, or even just seen the poster, you probably already know about it. So Anna isn't cheating on Mark with another man, or at least not just with another man, she's also cheating on him with a Lovecraftian octopus monster. In fact, Żuławski once flippantly described Possession as a film about a woman who f***s with an octopus. And if you think this movie couldn't possibly live up to the bizarre what the f***ery of that sentence, you'd be wrong.
He made love to me all night.
The creature was designed by Carlo Rambaldi, who later went on to create E.T. And when film critic Mark Kermode asked him about Possession years later, Rambaldi apparently was reluctant to talk about it for how disturbing the making of the movie was. And yet, for all that, Possession is also really funny, like genuinely funny. There's this pitch black absurd streak of humour that runs through the film that occasionally almost tips over into full-blown camp, especially in Heinz Bennett's performance as this smug, self-important new age guy Heinrich. It's also oddly quotable. A friend of mine and I regularly quote a couple of Sam Neill's lines at each other. You know what this is for? The lies.
You know what this is for? Lies!
All of which is to say, this isn't just an endurance test, it's an incredibly watchable film, and by the final act, it almost veers into full-on B-movie territory. A lot of filmmakers have clearly taken inspiration from Possession. Ari Aster has cited it as a major influence on Midsommar. Robert Eggers and Lily Rose Depp looked to it, and specifically Ajani's performance for Nosferatu. You could even argue that Lars von Trier's Antichrist is in many ways a remix of Possession's themes and ideas. But for me, Possession still stands alone. It's a brute force autopsy of a marriage, of a divided city, and of the line between the gutter and the cosmic. That same friend of mine once described it as Clive Barker's Marriage Story, which I hate him for because it perfectly sums up this entire review in about 4 words. If you're wondering where to watch Possession, it's currently available to stream on Shudder, and Second Sight in the last couple of months have put out a new 4K Blu-ray, which I can't recommend highly enough. The transfer looks incredible, and the extras are fantastic, especially the piece Guillermo del Toro recorded about the film. In case it wasn't already obvious, guys, I love this movie. It's one of my favourite horror films, maybe one of my favourite films ever, full stop, and in my opinion is a strong candidate for the best, certainly the strangest, divorce movie ever made. But more importantly, What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you like the movie. Like I say, you can check it out on Shudder. You can get it now on Second Sight. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this one, because as I say, it's such a strange movie, and we do read the comments here at Half the Picture. So yeah, if you bung it in the comment section, we'll read it. Let us know what you think. And thanks again. Remember to like and subscribe for more.